got to get that mental health. You know, God is
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm still packing because you know I'm be out in that field, but I'm here. So y'all gonna see me around this kitchen this morning.
Listen, she back. Look, she got the knives in her hand, working it out this morning. I love the necklace, Kristi. I love the necklace.
Gotta have a pop of color. Gotta have a little pop of color.
Yeah.
Just because you're a regulator don't mean you gotta show up looking not cute.
I'm so excited. Good morning. Kristi is getting ready. Kristi Michelle getting ready to go to the field. Kristi, I'm gonna show them another one of my birthday gifts while you do what you do.
Let me see. Do that.
So this is from my bestie, Trish Douglas. So Trish got me some popcorn.
Trish was there with the crawfish, yes?
Yes.
I thought that was Trish. Okay. Very nice lady. Very nice.
Yeah. Then she got me some kettle corn. She knows what a girl be wanting. She knows what the girl be wanting. Yeah, so Chris got all the great. So for Cup Cam this morning, got that BFF cup.
Oh, I did like that cup.
Yeah.
I did like that cup.
I said, come on now. I guess you got tired of me with that Wendy's cup. Because I can't do it like you. And then, this is one of the faves.
I did like that one. I did like that one.
I said, oh yeah. So she really did do a thing with that one. And of course, y'all know I love me a real good candle. You don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
I love candles. This candle smells so good. It smells like watermelon lemonade, just as the aroma. It is, oh my God. I love it. Truly, I do love it.
Yeah, that was some good gifts.
And this is good. This is a good one. And then, of course, she always makes sure I got something to write down some stuff because she knows that the girl is the author. So she makes sure I got me a good book. Be able to write my things in. So got my stuff to be able to take these good notes. And it says teacher notes. And I tell her all the time, thank you so much for those little hints. But I'm not going back into the classroom. Not going back for the grandbaby. I'm not going back into the early child care program for the baby, for the grandbaby. Not doing it. I'm not going to open up that door for him. And we go round and round and round. But you know what? Trish always has me in mind. And I can't do nothing but tell her thank you. That's what sweet people do to you. When they're just loving, kind people, that's what they do. So big shouts out to you, Trish Douglas. Thank you so much for your kind gift. And I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. For real, I appreciate your friend. And that was my gift, and that's what I got. And so he hooked me up real good and everything. I'm like, man, I got some real good gifts. I mean, I'm just straight up love. I mean, I can't even front about it. Straight up love. You can't even, when you know, like you just can't say, oh my God, don't nobody care for me, don't nobody love me. That ain't something I can say. That's not me. Good morning, Miss Tasha Felder is in the building. What's going on, girl? Good morning. So, Kristi, we're gonna get into this conversation about RSVP. And what made me really think about it was because, again, like I told you about the response, the post that a young lady wrote, and it said, texting me is not RSVP, and it comes from a place to where she's getting ready to get married, and so she's getting married. She wants the people to understand that she wants them to RSVP, which
Okay.
I truly agree with her because it is important that, especially with an event, and I'm sure that my event planners, I'm trying my best to tag my event planners because those are the ones that I want to come on in here and let them know that we supporting them this morning. The event planners, we gonna get them some support. We gonna say it the way y'all want to say it. We gonna say it like y'all want to say it so that the people can know that
most event planners are very blunt. They say it like they need to say it, child. Because they
yeah,
not trying to be shamed.
right, right. They you show right.
Most event planners I know is very to the point and be like, say, it's just this what it is.
These people asked you to show up here at this time now. And so she posted that, and people do. They really do be trying to take their little time on doing what they want to do. And so I'm gonna call it a culture thing. Cause some of the good people that I know, good morning, good morning, good morning, Miss Katrina. Good morning. I know some folks, some coaches, they are very good at making sure that they RSVP, they bring the gift, and they participate in accordance. Then we got some cultures that they don't do. And one of the coaches I know is the one I've been a part of for the past 45 years of my life. Us as good black colored folks. So, Nikki, are you targeting these people? Yes, I'm targeting us because it's us who need to stop it right now. And if you're offended, then I'm sorry, not sorry. But Kristi, seriously though, that was one of my reserve reasons on why I did not want to do a huge, big 45 birthday party. The big bells and whistles, the decor, the space, the catered food, the liquor bar, the DJ, the live band, all the things we do, the color scheme, because us as black folks, we got to go with a color scheme.
And
It's
we
going
do.
to have to be a theme and a scheme. And
We
so
like
just not wanting to go through that process with people, but still wanting to be loved and show love and celebrate people and give love and just really open up an opportunity for people to come in and get the love, right? But here it is, Kristi, still in all, with even those things there, people still don't do what is necessary so that you can feel good about spending your money. You see it? You got a party coming up soon. So spending your money, getting ready to pay all these big deposits and pay for these big spaces and these giving them favors and stuff like that, and making sure that the food is gonna be A1 point. Security, plan for security and things. All these things to make sure that these people feel good, only to get what, two gifts, one gift, a half a gift, us as a people really do need to do better. Absolutely, Katrina, absolutely. Because the thing is that what really can irk a nerve and can really seriously disappoint a person who is giving this event, and that's not just in parties for birthdays, but that's even for persons who give event out in ministry and everything. It's like you put these events on with hopes that people are going to come and do what they have to do. And people do. They really come to what they choose to come to. But when I got to planning and thinking about it, I was like, how many people are really going to come and participate and really seriously are going to hold to the accent? So when we're putting out that invitation and we're telling them where they're going to go to, what's going to be happening there, and then we ask at the bottom, please call. And now some people are utilizing the text system and the systems, what is it, the little email online invite,
all of that. That's the new age thing, child. Everything's electronic. What they
right,
do.
right. And what I noticed with those little e-bites and things, it's a system where it generates to where it puts it on a spreadsheet for you. And so that's a good way that it's helping you be able to keep up with your numbers and all that. And then it has some alerts and alarms on it and things like that. But you still won't have folks who will be that responsible and at least hit and say, yes, I'm coming. No, I'm not coming.
Right.
They really just kind of show up like, surprise, I'm here. Which I get it. Some people do want to just kind of surprise that person. I'm a person that surprise people. And say, you know, I'm not gonna come, I won't be there, or my schedule won't allow it. But then I will then reach out to someone who is a part of that planning committee and say, hey, I'm gonna surprise them and show up. Oh, okay, cool. I got you, Nick. I'll put you on the, I put it there for you. Because I know that if that person is asking me, and especially if somebody asks me 2 or 3 times to do something, they really want me to be there. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I can do to really truly make sure. Or if they send it to me and I'm like, they never send me an invite, let me go on and go and support that. But I do make it my best to make sure that I'm going to communicate some kind of way because I understand how important it is for that person, their numbers, and what they're trying to get done. What do we need to do, Kristi? Help us there.
I don't.
Because you are RSVP.
I don't think that I do. I don't think there's anything that like we can do per se. I know just in the planning people that I know and in just planning things. And I've been in a couple of business models and marketing. I think a good marketer will tell you if your list says 100, you're gonna have 20 to 30 to show up. Like you normally get between 10 and 20%. So I think for me, because I've held a couple of events and I've asked for RSVPs, either birthday brunches or whatever, and you got to give a number to the restaurant, and over half of the party got to be there before you sit down. All of them shenanigans. Like I've had all that, and I think at our age we know our crowd, we know our crew. Like I know the people that I invite somewhere. I can tell you the ones that ain't gonna be on time. They gonna show up 30 to 45 minutes to an hour late, and I bank on that. Like real talk. I mean I love my cousins, and they might be on, they may not. But the thing is that they gonna be late. If they ain't gonna be nothing else, they gonna be late. They coming, but they gonna be 30 to 45 minutes late, and that's just who they are. So I meet people kind of where they are. you know, if I know I'm having a birthday brunch and I had 20 RSVPs, I'll just book for like 12 or 13 people because I know everybody's not showing. So I automatically make that adjustment just based off of, I guess you could say, marketing rules and kind of knowing my people. And then I plan for that. Another thing, like when you're having weddings and receptions and all that stuff, a good wedding planner or a good whatever person, caterer or whatever. Because I had the big wedding and the big sit down dinner, and you had to RSVP. I had names at the door. We had to check your name off, make sure you wouldn't slide nobody else extra in there. And what they tell you to prepare over, you're gonna pay and prepare for 10 to 15 over because somebody is not gonna follow the rules. That's just that on that. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or not. I don't hang around a lot of Caucasian people. I don't have a good gauge to say it is just our people. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had a good enough events with the other folks to say that they had the same thing. So I don't know. I know we as black folks say that's what we do, but I don't have enough interaction with the other side to have a good comparison. But we prepared for just 15 to 20 people over because that's just what you do. Because somebody gonna show up that wasn't invited, or somebody gonna be like, "Well, I forgot to RSVP," and so you want to make sure it's enough food. So I kind of do that. And I still do that till today. If I'm having an event at my house or somewhere else, I will still just prepare over for the overage because I think it's just maybe where I'm from or how I grew up that I would just rather have more than enough than not enough. So I'm going to always over prepare for everything I do. I'm gonna have extra food, extra left something. Um, but that's just that on that. People are gonna RSVP and not show up for whatever reason. People want to get invited just to say I got invited, just for clout and knowing that they ain't coming. Um, and I believe that I give room for emergencies, for errors. Sometimes I can RSVP for something. I have the best intentions of going, and then life may happen that day, or something could have literally came up and I'm running late or I'm running behind, and I can't shift or move. And I have to contact somebody last minute. So I can speak for me, but that's what I do. But people are going to RSVP and not show up. Or people's just going to show up without RSVP. Or you can do this. I've seen people do this. Say, if you don't RSVP and you show up, you run the risk of not having a seat, not having a plate, and that's that on that. We did our 20th class reunion, myself and like three other classmates. This was obviously more than 20 years ago. And we set up deals with, where everybody had one set fee to pay, and that covered your Friday night stuff, that covered your Saturday restaurant stuff. So we was negotiating with restaurants and doing this and that. A certain menu, you had to order from this menu. This is the menu for us, and we made it clear: if you divert from this menu, you're gonna be charged the overage. You pay for yourself and one other person. Don't show up with you, your children, and blah blah blah, because they ain't gonna eat. And then you just gotta have somebody that's gonna stand on it. That's what you got the muscle for other organizations. Some people are brains, some people are the muscle that's gonna say, I don't give a damn, look at me crazy, but I'm here to check the list, and you can't go past step 2 because your name ain't on this list. And then that's that on that. You gotta be okay with turning people away if that's your rule, and stick by your rule. I don't I hate that people, don't do what they want to do. When you were talking earlier, I didn't want to do this or that because people, I don't want to pay and people not gonna come. I used to kind of have that mindset, and then I was just like, man, this is my stuff. I'm about to just pay to have it nice for me. Now that's just like how I start to look at stuff. I'm about to pay to have it nice for me, and if people show up, they show up. And if they don't, all right,
And that's how the yard party happened, because it was like, I'm still gonna sit in this yard regardless. I'm not gonna be bothered whether you come or not. This yard gonna be your own and popping. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, definitely. And see, I have been I've been able to actually participate in both. And so with both cultures, because again, dealing with a lot of officials and different people, going to a lot of plated dinners, they show up, girl, and they be on time, child. They be on time, especially during the holiday time, child. They be there on time, because the cocktail hour means something, baby.
Well, that means up to the black folks too.
Ain't gonna miss the cocktail hour.
I've been to Black Greek organizations, galas and balls that I go to that y'all seen me dressed up for, and trust me, any event started on time. Cocktail hour started on time. So I've been to some Black events or African, how we want to call it. Well, everything been on time. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm talking about, they show up, they be there, and if they don't show up, they sending somebody to be in their seat.
But I find that people that show up on time to these plated dinners, they spent 50, 75, 100, $125. It wasn't a free event. They paid for them plates. So they gonna come and get their money's worth. That matters too. Yeah. If you pay for something, you gonna come and get your money's worth. Yeah, y'all gonna watch me play Elizabeth Arden this morning too. Keep talking,
makeup this morning, y'all. Yeah, and that is the truth. And so I look, Trina says that's true. And so I just wanted to make sure that we are able to address these kind of things, because it really is. And yeah, Kristi, I was strong on like, nah, I'm not doing all that. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just not gonna do it. Let's not even do it that way. But I knew I wanted to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was gonna do something. I knew that I was going, because baby, now listen, I'm not gonna not celebrate me now. And what I wanted to really originally do, I wanted to be about this good country. And so I said, okay, well, Nikki, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make sure that this happens of you getting up out this good country? And then I decided at the end of the time frame, because see, I be deciding, and then I'll stop deciding. I'll be deciding again, then I'll be stop deciding, then I'll be deciding, then I'll stop deciding. Like, listen,
so you indecisive.
Very indecisive when it comes down to it, because like, I can't do that. Girl, I be on time. My Caucasian husband is not going to be late, so I'm always on time. Listen, Trina. Listen, Katrina, you taking your time, and he's like, "Ma'am, come on here, let's go." So Katrina, how do you prepare yourself to be on time? Does he tell you the exact time of the event, or do he give you like a early time, but really you be right on time, or do you just go ahead on and it's like, let me go and get myself together? How you do that, Katrina? That's good right there. And so I just prepared myself to go on and do the yard. And the yard was simple. Girl, the breakfast looked good this morning. The yard is simple.
I'm blessed with my breakfast this morning. I'll be grateful, child. I'm grateful. It's been a
The,
long work week.
the yard is simple. Everything in the yard was simple. We had a good time sitting there in the simple setting of what it is. And I just enjoyed myself. I really did enjoy myself. And those who showed up, that's why I opened it up like saying, hey, if you show up, you show up. You don't show up, okay. That's gonna be on you. That ain't gonna be on me. I'm not gonna stress about it.
Yeah.
And when I have given parties in the past, events in the past, conferences in the past, at first I was like, my first conference, I was so nervous because I was like, I did just what you said. I didn't want to not have enough for everybody. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I had that little participation attitude. I want to make sure everybody get a bag. I want to make sure everybody get a you know how we do the raffles, but you
Yeah.
still want to make sure everybody gets something from the raffle. And it's
Mm-mm.
like,
No,
no,
I don't.
you can't do that. Everybody can't get something from the raffle. You're gonna
Nope.
have to at least give one or two gifts out if that's what you put down on the paper. One or two.
Because it's called a raffle, and people understand when I walk into a raffle, I may not win.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Just that on that.
That's good. And then the favors, it was like, okay, the little giveaway favors. I wanna make sure that it's enough. Whereas, what's the rules on that, Kristi?
If you didn't RSVP, you don't get a favor, or that's when you have vendors,
Yeah,
or that's when you have vendors, and then that's part of that. I mean, if you get a giveaway, you get a giveaway. If you don't get a giveaway, you don't get a giveaway. I think we have to. For me, I start checking my motive. Like, okay, what am I? Why am I doing this? Why am I making sure this and this and this? If you get a giveaway, you get a giveaway. If you didn't RSVP, I'm not gonna plan on you being here. And then you just tell people, well, you didn't RSVP.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's just that on that.
yeah,
People aren't dumb to their antics.
yeah.
You will hear me say
Okay,
that people ain't stupid. And
yeah.
at the end of the day, um, I've had to tell people sometimes, did you RSVP? Oh, no.
Did you RSVP?
Did you
Trina
RSVP?
said, I prepare my clothes, shoes, underwear, and everything the day in advance, so I won't be running around looking like a chicken with a head cut off. You have to stay organized. Okay, that's true. I do agree with you on that.
I mean, there's rules for a reason.
Yeah,
And if people get mad, then they just get upset. But there are rules for a reason. You try to show up to take a test or take an exam or this and that, you gotta register. You gotta do this and that. You're just not about to show up.
yeah.
You just not about to do it. They not gonna let you in. You did not follow the rules. I mean, it's simple.
And not only that too, you know, another thing that I noticed too about um people when they definitely when the event is going on, what really truly honestly that irks my nerves real bad. You calling me at the event and you know what the event entails and you know what positioning I'm holding for that event. Why are you calling me to tell me I'm not gonna make it?
Some people just do that because they want to seem special,
Oh, is
and,
it okay?
and then you just don't answer the phone because you had an event.
Right, right.
Because again, they just want to seem relevant. Or somebody may say, "Well, I tried to call you. You didn't look at your phone, girl.
Oh
You know,
yeah, yeah.
you know
I
I'm
was getting ready to
headlining
say.
this deal. Come on
Yeah,
now."
I was getting ready to say. Now that happens a lot. That happens a lot. You know, I tried to call you, and you know what I be saying. And what you think I was doing there? Sitting twirling my fingers in my hair, waiting on phone calls? No. Good morning, greatness. Good morning to you. Alicia Carter is in the building.
Good morning.
We do need to follow rules. We still think running late is fashionable. That's true. That is true. That's true, Katrina. That's true. And also, I know for sure that in participating in some events where, especially church functions, Lord, I used to get so agitated how they would not start until they got a crowd of people. No, baby, start, 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 honey. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Come on and start today. They will not start until everybody is in the place.
And here's the deal:
Like we
some
gonna
people
start in
just
about
know.
10 minutes. Like, no, start now.
Some people, like, there are some events that I'm invited to that I know
Mm.
they ain't start no time, and I no longer show up, and I no longer show up on time. Because, and guess why? Because I know you're not going to start on time because your past history tells me that you never start on time. So I'm not going to start on time. So I'm not going to get there on time.
I go I go on time and I leave early because I was there on time.
If I'm facilitating, like I do my grief share every Monday. You know, I'm one of the facilitators, and class starts at 6:30 every Monday. We start that. We'll give you an extra 5 to 6 minutes, but we're starting with one people. We're starting with 15 people. Class
Yeah.
starts at 6:30. We respect everybody's time. You know, it's just that on that. You know, it's not
Alicia
difficult.
said, or they feel like they are expecting you are expecting them and they want to touch bases with you. They want you to know they're earnestly trying to make it. Yeah, that could happen too. That could be happening as well. It's a perspective you look at it from, especially learning the heart's intents of on the reach out. That's true. That's true too, Alicia. And yes, we just said that about as far as emergency is concerned. But I would think that I would look at it from a place of, for that, if you are the speaker or you are someone who is you're doing something particularly to the program, then yes, I can see you speaking out, reaching out and saying, "Hey, I'm on my way." But if you're a person that's just participating in the program itself or the as an audience member, then of course think about it and say, if I'm hosting my event, then I will I will be, thinking as far as, okay, they're already doing a lot of things. They have a lot of things going on. I tell people straight off the top, 9 times out of 10, if you calling me on the day of an event, I probably don't even have my phone. And the person who had my phone, they probably can't even answer all your questions anyway because they don't know. They just holding my phone. I didn't give it to somebody that's gonna go back and forth with you with a bunch of questions. Nah, I'm not.
Well, at this
Especially
point,
if they RSVP.
well, at this point, I'm asking, like, is this a person who held an event, did an event? Because, like, for me, I know if I'm running late, I'm not about to probably, if it's a big event where you're a speaker or whatever, I'm probably not getting ready to say, oh, try to start a whole conversation, and you supposed to start speaking at 7 and it's 7:15. Like,
Yeah,
what I'm asking you for?
yeah,
All right, what we doing for?
yeah.
And then some people just don't have it all. They don't have no let me say not have it all. Some people just don't have any business sense or sense to know not to text or whatever. I don't know.
Well, she said, "Well, I'm the friend that will call beforehand or
Mm-hmm.
when I realize I'm not going to make it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good deal. And so I'm speaking from the way I move. If I say I was going to attend, yeah,
And I think you just have to know your audience. You have to know your friends.
yeah,
If you're holding something where you're talking about bettering yourself or something like that, you ain't gonna get a lot of people. I don't care how many RSVPs you got. Ain't nobody signing up for the forgiveness conference. Ain't nobody signing. You ain't getting a high volume for the let's help our mental health. You're not getting a high turnout for that. I don't give a damn how much you RSVP and this and that. You ain't getting a big number for that. Like, that's just that on that. People ain't showing up
yeah,
to put work in. A lot of people are not showing up to put work in, or they do it
yeah,
emotionally. They do it
yeah,
emotionally, and then when the day comes, sometimes that they backtrack or they whatever. It's
yeah,
so It pays
Yeah,
to have
that's
a
good
good
right there
marketer.
too, Alicia. Alicia say, I leave voicemails if they don't answer, so they will hear what's going on. Yeah, absolutely. Now
Yeah.
that's cool right there to put a voicemail there, to
Mhm.
text. I mean, to leave a text there, that's fine. Yeah, that's a good idea. All of that is a good idea. Because here's the other part of what I think about it too, is that if you telling me, yeah, we need to, you sure right, we need to be packing them kind of conferences out.
Mhm.
But if you're texting me and you're telling me something, that's just like if you're telling me some bad news before an event happens, then you already know you've killed the mood out the whole event. You done killed my whole event vibe. Like, don't even worry about it. If you telling me I'm stuck on the side of the road, um, with my tire blown out, guess what I'm thinking about? How I'm gonna get you off the side of the road. So I ain't even got my mind where I need to be.
Mhm.
And if you tell me somebody didn't passed away before, it's over. We done. Let me go over here. Cancel y'all. Y'all, baby, handle that. Let me go over here because these people that died on me. Let me go see what's going on with them.
Mhm.
And it's like, just you have to really truly weigh out how it works. You gotta weigh it out. Weigh it out. Weigh that information out to say, and what you're saying is good. Yes. Be very good as a friend and thoroughly give me information. That's cool. But also we got to be mindful of what the impact is going to be on the information given. Because even still, as far as you being informative in information of saying, hey, I'm not gonna make it. Still in all, that's still gonna put a thought there to say, I wonder why my friend can't make it. I mean, you still giving that person a thought. So the thing too for me is that if I could just avoid giving you that conversation right then and there, and we can have that conversation later time, I'm gonna choose later time. Now I ain't calling to tell no bad news, but I'm just saying. I'm saying, Fred, you just said if I am not gonna be in attendance, I'm gonna give you a head up. Hey, I'm not gonna be in attendance. I'm not gonna make it because I'm on the side of the road. You give me that message, and then if I just decided I'm gonna answer that phone in between that time or whatever, if I do answer that phone, and you're like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm on the side of the road because sometimes we overshare. We do. I can say, hey, Kristi, girl, I'm gonna be late. Because and it's like it's not a open and closing. It's just we overshare sometimes. Hey friend, I'm gonna be late because I stubbed my toe. Now I'm worried about Kristi toe. You get what I'm saying? And it's like you're not intentionally trying to throw it off, but some people do be trying to intentionally throw it off. But if you're not intentionally trying to throw, I just say, for me, let me tell everybody how to work with Nikki. If it's an event, and I believe I say this quite often, especially if it's anything dealing with Simply Her movement. If it's an event, don't even worry about calling me. Because the day of, I'm not gonna be focused forward to what you have going on. I'm not going to be focusing in on it. I get it all the time. I'm sitting there talking on a live, and somebody hit me in the inbox. Hey, y'all got some more diapers over there? And my facial expression on live, and I'd be like, and y'all, and we thank you so much for coming. And it for me, it's like, okay, Nikki, you got to get your face together because they can see somebody that gave you something of information, and you like, didn't I just say to your tail, come over here and pick up this stuff? Didn't I just tell you I'm not going to tell you on this live? Didn't I tell you don't be inboxing me? But you still want to do it.
And I
So
leave
it's
it
like,
on red.
what'd you say?
At that point, I learned to leave people on red. I'm not about to go back and forth.
And that's exactly why it's like, and then you're saying to yourself, she never answered my question, baby, because again, you have forgotten about what it was of my access to you was. So now let me go ahead on the slide over here and go into what my actions are and needed necessary for the people that are present and following the rules. Just what you said. If you don't follow the rules, Who are we to sit up there and save and reserve all the things right for you? No, can't do that. Because again, now we're playing participation sports. We don't play the FFA soccer. Everybody don't get a participation award. Gotta follow rules or not.
And the more you encourage your behavior,
Yeah, the more it happens.
then that's just what it is. Show up one good time without RSVP and you stand up there without a plate. Bet you won't do it again.
Yep.
To that event.
Yep.
But if you keep telling me, I ain't gonna have no food for you, and I'm keeping out RSVP, and I show up in this food and a bag for me, there's no motive for me to change behavior.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yep. And that's why I said when I get married, the plan of action is, Kristi, that if you did not RSVP and your name is not on the list, on the table seating chart, I'm going to have a special section for you. And it's going to be with a big mirror, a big window. It's going to be a big, nice window. It's going to be cute. Your seat's going to be cute and everything. You're going to sit outside that little window, in that section, and wait for us to finish eating. Wait for us to finish eating. Wait for us to finish doing all the activities that we're going to do as we do our sit-down dinnering. Then when we finish, you're free to come into the open reception. The drinks, they're going to have a special band. Well, yeah. You will not be bringing in your own band, your own drinks. We not them kind of people. Because security is sitting there straight up ready to say, no cups going out, no cups coming in. Because we're going to make sure we paying attention. I don't care how much money I have. You just need to be real responsible and let us know how many people are going to be showing up. And then, yes, we already prepared for them little 10 or 15 people that's going to be over. Mm-hmm. We already prepared for those people. And once we finish with them little 10 or 15 people, that's it. You got to sit in the section of, I don't follow good rules. That's basically what I'm calling it. Oh. And if you leave, we hate to see you leave, but don't put the eyes there, Alicia. We hate to see you leave, but just what you said, Kristi, that costs. That costs. And I know for sure that weddings, they do hike up those prices because of the emotions of love and excitement, and I want everybody to see it and be a part, and that's expensive.
Weddings are expensive.
Yeah. No cups coming in. No, that's it. You can put your purse in. You can put your bottle in your purse if you want to. You sure can. But I promise you, the way my security gonna be so tight up in there. Because again, you gonna learn today. And when you get that little church tap on the shoulder, come on, baby, let's go. Cause see, you don't even respect this woman rules. Come on about here.
I don't think that you need, just like why you can be let in. You don't even need no special section. You just need
what? Wait a minute, that's good right there, Kristi. That's good.
No, that's good.
I want them to sit in, like you say.
If I ever get married again, ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't gonna need to RSVP because I ain't telling nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna show up and say I got a new ring this weekend. It'll be something like that. Oh, hey, Facebook, happy Monday. I got a new ring. I got a new ring this weekend. That's it, man.
No, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate again. I'm gonna celebrate because
I'm just saying. I'm like,
I would be in the special section. Listen,
Lisa said she already know what section she gonna be in.
And listen, if you're on RSVP and be there and do what you're supposed to do, special section it is. But you know what? You're sure right, Kristi. I may not even need the special section. Just don't even worry about it.
Listen.
But my friend, when she got married, she had that seating chart. She had that list. And if your name wasn't on that list and your +1 wasn't on that list, I seen a lot of people got turned around. I was like, ooh.
Listen, just this year, my cousin, the oldest girl cousin, she turned 50. And her husband and her daughter threw her a party at Sky Gertner. Mm-hmm. Well, you had to RSVP because they were first of all, you gotta let Sky Gertner know how many people you bring, and then they were paying for so many people because you have to, in order to get a section, you have to either put so much down or whatever it was. But now I'm the cousin. I'm not like a distant cousin. I'm the first cousin. So whenever I did the RSVP, I just clicked 1. I didn't click for my +1.
Uh-huh.
And whenever they were calling, just like, how you get the notification on the electronic thing, I was like, oh crap. So I had to call my cousin's daughter and I was like, hey, I accidentally did not press two, I only pressed one. She said, oh, she said, well, you're gonna have to pay for your plus one because you didn't include that plus one on your RSVP. I said, that's a bet. Was no love lost. My feelings wasn't hurt because
Right.
guess what? I was rushing. I did not click two.
Yeah.
And that's the price I paid. So while other people, I can see now how other people probably would have been like, what you mean? I'm your cousin. Or I, but
Yeah.
guess what? Kristi missed, and Kristi just, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to
You
pay
want the plus
it.
one, you gotta pay for
But guess
plus
what?
one.
It ain't no love loss. I
Yeah.
missed it. But some people make a big deal, or if I would not have made it known and I would have gotten there, then they had the list at the door. Then hey, I
Yeah.
couldn't have got there and start cutting up and acting up. You didn't
Right.
RSVP right.
Yeah. And it was and just what you said.
It's
She had some
business.
family members. She had some family members that was upset. So like, oh, this don't make no sense. They just so bougie and all that. Are we looking like, baby, you didn't follow people rules. That
You
lady said
you
what
you
she
got to
said.
get a head count.
And
Nobody
that
can assume.
maybe
We
they gave
cannot
that
assume.
they tried to get that little event plan of woozy woozy. And that lady
I,
was like, this is what the rules are.
but
This
it's
is what
but you know the rules. Quit acting up. I
yeah.
had my ex husband's brother and his wife. Well, I guess my ex in laws, but we all still cool. They were having a joint birthday party. This was just in February. They sent out invites and they said, "Hey, this place is not big enough for plus one. If you are married, your spouse is already included in this number. So if you are not, you can only RSVP for yourself. No extra guests." I mean, but here's the deal. That's their part. That's their rule.
They
So
rule.
me, because I personally wanted to bring a guest, it was a decision I had to make.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously I ain't get all mad and upset because like that's their rules, and I don't have no spouse, you know. So I just respectfully declined, and then I called and say, hey, I know you saw a decline, but I would rather not go without a significant other or without without my plus one. Oh, girl, Chris, that's no problem. We good. I mean, it's no love lost. Like people do that, but guess what? They stated the rules. Now I could have been like, "Well, I'm family. The rules don't apply," or
Right.
blah blah blah, or they know such and such, and then I would have showed up with a
And
with a plus one,
they
and
would have been able to get it
the rules clearly said, if you ain't married, this is just for you. And I mean, I just don't get it. Like follow I don't understand how we just can't just follow the rules.
yeah.
Let's just follow the
What
rules.
about the gifting, Kristi? How are we on these gifts? What's
I
the thing?
don't ever expect a gift whenever I invite people over for something.
Right.
At my age. Now, when I was younger, of course of course you're gonna bring a gift to a kid's party. When my kids were invited, I made sure they had gifts. Um, I don't ever look for the gifts. I don't look for, oh, let me see what gifts. I just don't do that. I'm not a real big gift bringer.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Like I've noticed that I'm not like a real good gift bringer. Um, I hate to go and shop for a gift and buy cards and bags. Like I don't know what it is. I just don't care for that. You'll probably catch me more so picking up a gift card, shooting you some Cash App,
Yeah.
shooting you an Amazon. You got an Amazon link? Like I don't know what it is about that, but I'm real big on saying, hey, what's your Zelle and your Cash App?
Right.
Okay.
Giving money so they can get what they want.
But some people, what I have tried to do in just bettering Kristi, right, is that some people that I know, they don't want the cash. They prefer a gift to open, and they like that somebody took their time out to go and look for a gift.
Yeah.
And so I can respect that. Some people's like, that's what I like. So the people that I know that's what they prefer,
Mhm.
and I rock with you. Let me just add that, and I rock with you, and I know that about you. Then I will make the effort to go out and buy something, and make sure that you have something. But that's something I had to work on with myself because I was just like, well, hell, I'm showing up, I'm giving my time, and I think for me, part of me is just like after a certain age, you really be expecting all that gifts from people. But if your love language is gift giving,
Yeah.
or that's part of your love language, that's just part of me maturing. Then I want to love on you the way you receive love. Um, as for Kristi, when I have a gathering, and let's say I'm inviting people out to brunch, or I'm inviting people, whatever, and there's something that if I invite you to brunch, I'm not paying, then you got to pay for your meal. I don't count anybody's coins, and I don't make the assumption that you got long dollars because of a job title. I don't make that assumption because people would make that assumption with me and my ex-husband. I'm like, you may think our dollars is 20 miles long, but don't count it. You don't know our bills in our house. You know what I'm saying? So when people come to something and they have to pay for their meal, I really don't expect a gift because you're coming, you're driving. Some of
Yeah.
you drove from the north side all the way to some I may have
All
in
the way
Sugar
to
Land.
to
You know, so
Bad
you
Bath
done took
Region
out
with
your time.
little coin.
Yeah, and you about to spend money on brunch and buy mimosas and stuff like that. So I take that into consideration. Now, if I get a gift on top of it, oh, of course, I'm like
Yeah.
grateful and like, oh my God. But now don't get me wrong, I like a gift. Now I'm not saying don't get. I mean, I like a gift, but it's not something where I'm just like if people were to show up and not bring me a gift, I wouldn't be like, gifts today. But that's just Kristi. But my love language is quality time and
Yeah.
physical touch. So I think for me, you carving time out your schedule, because I believe time is precious, and you
Yes.
taking your time to come and hang out with me. Oh baby. I'm more of the person to where and I've done this before. I've invited people out to like a group lunch or brunch, and then everybody's like, "Where's our ticket?" And I'm like, "I'm grateful for your time. The ticket is taken care of." I'm that chick. I've done stuff like that. Yeah, ain't nobody paying for nothing today,
Yeah.
and I'll let you order. So I don't know, but I've seen my grandparents do that. I've seen things
Yeah.
like that. I've seen my mom do that. Everybody get together. And we're like, ain't we coming out for your dinner? And they like, I'm just so glad everybody cleared their schedule to come. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
I pay for nothing. So I don't know. That's just how Kristi feel on gifts.
Yeah.
Now I know other people, they like, I like my gifts. Bring me a gift. And I'm all for that too, man. So
It's like I
I
was
don't
shocked.
know.
I was shocked when I got my gifts. I was like, "Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you." Like that's
Mhm.
me. That's me, Kristi. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
told
yeah, yeah. And that's your
everybody
thing.
who
That's
gave, and
like
big
you
shouts
like
out
a
to
gift.
everybody who did give me monetary gifts. Simply Her movement is so worth it, and I have been receiving so many blessings. And people were like, "Did you do something with you?" And I said, "Sure did." I bought Simply Her some bags. I bought Simply Her. No, that wasn't for Simply Her. I'm like, no, I am Simply Her. So I'm taking care of Simply Her because that's what I asked y'all to do, donate towards Simply Her. And so I was like, that's what I like to do. That's my love. That's me. You can put
Yeah.
me down for that. And then the gifts that I received by hand, receiving things, I was like, oh yeah, this is beautiful to me. I love this. I love that. And just the fact that each person listened to what I was saying when it was stated. Well, what do you like? I like cookies. I like books. I like, I like bookmarkers. I like these kind of, I like popcorn. So it's like to get things that I like,
Hmm.
and it's like, oh, that's cool. They were paying attention to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Those are the things that really, really, really just oh my God. Like when you said me and Kristi get together tomorrow, y'all, it's going down. And if y'all wasn't listening, Cheesecake Factory is my portion. And she's like, I heard you say that you like the Cheesecake Factory. I heard you say something about the cheese. I'm like, yeah, it's our whole community. And so that light my world up because again, people don't have to, just what you said, Kristi, people don't have to spend that time. People don't have to, come and really truly be in your presence authentically. Like you said earlier about people trying to clout chase out. But to have somebody that says, you know what, I am going to spend this time with you and we're going to just chill back. I think that is like an amazing thing. That is amazing. And I just believe that if it's your birthday, I should at least pay attention to doing what it is that you like to do for your day. Like, seriously pay attention to what Kristi wants to do and take into consideration Kristi's time and say, okay, how can I really truly implement myself in the midst of her time and make sure that she feels good about it?
Right.
And we have to. We really honestly have to, and make that effort in seeing that individual to that level. Um, and I like what you said in regards to the brunching and lunching, and that is the truth. If I've asked you to come out to a event to a place in a space, hey, let's not have you bring me a gift and require that as to be what we're doing. I'm requiring you, Kristi, to bring me a gift, and also I need you to pay for your lunch, and also I need you to pay for your brunch, and also I need you. No, 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 no. Then I'm requiring too much.
I mean, and it's just, and I think people,
And you got some people that do require that, Kristi.
and they do, and I don't think those people are like those people,
Yeah.
who they are. Like I have a cousin, she always brings me a gift for a birthday, or like she like tangible gifts,
Mm-hmm.
like that's just her thing. And
Mm-hmm.
or just like whatever, like we just may show up for cousins, whatever, and she may have this and this and this, but she's like a gift person. And so I know that about her. And so for her, I make sure to get her little trinkets. Like she's my legacy soror. She's my younger cousin. She's my soror. And so for Founders Day, hey, I got you something for Founders Day. Cause like she likes those little gifts, I
Mm-hmm.
don't, it don't be mad at me. But listen, she be thinking it's whatever. So if I'm ordering me something, Zeta, I just get two.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here you go, cuz. But
Yeah.
she likes that. She likes little trinkets and little
Yeah.
gifts. Cause she does that like all the time. I picked
Yeah.
this up for you. I got this.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So I think it's just meeting people, like where they are. Like I had a little crawfish boy here. Somebody's son heard it. I wanted some crawfish and made that happen. I had an all day shindig the Saturday before Easter, and baby, when I tell you my heart was like just full, because like everybody was here enjoying they, fun. I say everybody, have a lot of
Yeah.
people down, but the people was here. But my
The
cousin
people.
came, and she bakes cookies and all that stuff, and she came and she was like, she didn't bring up a whole lot for everybody, but she bought the crawfish boiler,
Yeah.
they on little cookies, and
Yeah.
it's like, this just for you. But so like she does stuff like that. So like that's her thing. So
Yeah.
I try to meet people where they feel loved, even though
Mm-hmm.
it's not really my thing. Going into a store and looking for a gift and all that,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of not. But if I know that makes you feel loved versus just getting a cash
Yeah.
app, then I'm gonna do that. Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that. That's like people who like you text me all the time. I need you to pick up the phone and call. And so like I used to be like, but I'm still texting. But some people need to hear the voice. So
That's
I
me.
try to I
Only
try
so
to
far,
meet
only so
people
many times
where they
I'm
are.
gonna sit there and we gonna
Mhm.
listen. I'm gonna talk to you on the phone for so many times, then before I know I need to call. Listen, this too much because now my fingers too much because I got too much to say on that. And so
And
it's like we have to go into a conversation. Yes.
yeah. So like I said, I try to meet people where they are. Um, I try to consider the occasion, like people that's just graduating college or graduating high school,
Yeah.
or getting married and they have a registry. I try to make sure that I'm giving something, because I know what it's like to just start off in a marriage, or
Yeah.
you starting off in college. Everybody don't have the great support, that whatever. So I try to give and give decently,
And you know what I'm noticing?
those
The
people.
month of May, for surely, month of May and June is a big time
Oh
for
yeah,
gifts
it's
because
graduation.
everybody's graduating and everybody is celebrating some kind of accomplishment. And it get kind of pricey if you didn't put it in your budget. It gets kind of pricey. But you know what I always do say too, Kristi? If you're going to if you're going to give towards those who are um, graduating and all those kind of things, I always say make sure that you plan out how you want to give.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents, children, especially those kids who are going off to college, I will sit back and wait to find out what school they going to, and so I can be able to give them something that they gonna need. Like I'm gonna put you gonna get you a hygiene kit from me, because baby, you gonna need that toilet paper, you gonna need that cleaning, you gonna need them those sheets, you gonna need some towels, and so that's what I do. I like to buy hygiene kits for kids and them snack. Give me the baby number, baby.
Yeah.
Text Miss Nikki what snacks you like, and I'm gonna send you a little Amazon order because I don't like to do celebrations for that particular day. I like to do it on a random of that baby probably, oh, it's mid season. Oh, it's it's mid month. He may not have no more food.
Yeah.
I get that to one of the kids and he called me, Miss Nikki, how you knew I needed something to eat? I say, I just kind of figured out, baby, that it's mid month and you was gonna be a little hungry because your little snacks when you got there, they done ran out on you. I sure do. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Thank you so much. So every now and then I send them a little care pack because again, you know that care pack is not gonna last for the whole year. So sometimes when you don't give a gift directly at that event itself, don't like you said, don't feel bad because you're not giving right then and there. You gonna hit them right when they need it. Trust me, especially parents with kids in college. There comes a time that them kids they gonna need it, and that parent is gonna probably be in a position of saying, "Child, yes, I thank you for sending that because, girl, I just didn't have it." Believe me, there comes those moments, and so you just have to help them right then and there. Get what you can get, do what you can do, and be a blessing. How you can be a blessing, because I just really believe that if we really honestly, you said this several times, Kristi, if you meet people really where they are, you will not find yourself offended. You really won't. Save yourself the headache, save yourself the offense, and really pretty much just do what it is that you want to do, especially for your birthday. Baby, do what you want to do for your birthday. If like nobody wants to come and celebrate you, you better celebrate you. Baby, nobody has to pump, push, and pry me from the 1st to the 15th of April. Honey, I'm already down for it. I'm already with it. February, I'm reminding you, April is on the way. And March, woo, baby. And you already know. In April, you better be already prepared. And you better already be sick of me. Because, honey, I'm extra, extra. And I'm extra, extra because, hey, I know what it is. I know how I feel. And I know how much I love myself. I love my birthday. I love the day that I came into this earth. And I'm celebrating it until God take the breath out of my body and say, girl, there is no more. So one thing you definitely going to be able to stand up there and say, that Nikki truly, honestly loved her birthday and she taught you and showed you how to celebrate her. And that's what we have to really start paying attention to is that how do we celebrate each other? How are we celebrating ourselves? And that's part of, I believe, Kristi, how we are to be treated. You know, you think that's a part of that too? I'm teaching you how to treat.
My internet was acting up. So just
Yeah. Oh, what I was saying was is that I believe that by you celebrating you telling people how to really truly your likes and dislikes, and you taking that time out to hey do the extra things that you want to do. That's how you teach people how to celebrate you, how to treat you, how you supposed to be treated, because they know. They do know. Like, I mean, when you said, oh, I heard you say about that Cheesecake Factory, I was like, oh, okay, you listening. So you know that that's something that I truly adore and I like. And guess what? In the giving of that moment and for the time, the quality of the time, Kristi is getting what she wants. That's quality time. I'm getting what I want. That's that cheesecake. And there it is. We both are going to be able to sit down and have a good connection, right? That's what it's about. It's about showing love and everything. And so when Kristi gets ready for her birthday, what we gonna be doing, Kristi? What's gonna be the plan of action? What's supposed to happen here? Are we going to Vegas? Are we gonna be in the city? What's gonna be what? But one thing for sure is you listen and you pay attention. And I really believe that you have to intentionally care about how you feel about that person. Goes back to what she said earlier. And she gave some good nuggets, y'all. Everybody watching on the replay, watch this again. She said it. If you teach people that they don't have no plate at the table for them, they're going to stop doing that particular behavior when it comes down to who you are. And I do believe, Kristi, they're going to either come and do what's supposed to be done and ask of them, or they're not going to come at all. And that's just what it is.
I mean, yeah. And, you know, people going to show out. And I know, and the people going to start to say, can you believe I went to such wedding and they ain't have no food or they ran out of food? You know how we like to do. We like to make it seem like it's the other person. And that used to bother me too. That used to be like, well, what if they say this and what if they say that? And I think now I'm to the point to where if people that really know me, if you really know me and you hear something out of my character, I would hope that somebody would be like, Kristi ran out of food? So you mean to tell me you told Kristi you was coming and she ain't had no plate? Nah, that don't even sound like Kristi. Kristi told you had to leave? Yep, that sounds just like Kristi. Kristi gonna tell you you gotta leave. I mean, yeah. Kristi looked at you funny. Yep, that's Kristi I know. But also the Kristi I know is if you say you're coming, she's gonna make sure you have a plate. So you gotta know that some people are gonna just make you out to be the villain, even though that you're not. And I ain't gotta address everything. I mean, that's what you won't think. That's just what you won't think. And that's the story. That's the narrative you want to run with, boo. Run with your narrative. Because people that know you, they know you. They know when you full of BS, and they know when you show up and you don't do right either.
Yeah.
So, you know, and there's always that factor. You know, where people gonna run around and say, and they're gonna make you look bad. Yeah, people gonna talk regardless.
They gonna talk.
They gonna talk. Got your plate said that the chicken was dry, and then that's gonna be the next talk. So
that's like for me when I told y'all the truth that I did not know how to cook, and Trish, that's how Trish ended up there with the crawfish. Tell me, no, I knew to bring my own food. She said, I knew. I said, well, all my caterers, I wanted y'all to come and just enjoy yourself. My sister come with a wagon filled with food. And I'm like, ma'am, you didn't follow the rules. The rules said bring your own drink and chill. But I did bring my drink. She brought that big old.
But guess what? They said, but we still know you though. So that just feeds right on in. But I know you though. You know what I'm saying? But I know you. So and here's the deal. Ain't no offense in that. No. But that comes with somebody knowing you.
That's
and
it.
You be like, yeah, you know me. I mean,
that's what I told my sister. I said, I already knew you was gonna be over the top. I already knew that. I knew that you was gonna overdo it.
You know, I say this all the time. Did you meet me yesterday? Like when people be surprised when I do certain things, and I be like, you ain't meet me yesterday. Like have we met? Like, come on. Like you know who I am. Like you know who I am.
Exactly.
You know I'm on. You know that's what I'm gonna do. You know.
Yeah.
And I be like, and I tell other people, you have met this person yesterday, right? Me and my brother would joke, you know, we would be like, you know how you do with your kids. This is what your mama did. You know, me and my brother would say my mom was alive. And then we would say, but you know, we didn't meet her yesterday. you know, you already know how she was raised.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And that's how my brother jumped into the pop-up potluck. He's like, yeah, I'm coming over there to fry chicken and like, okay. Okay, well, y'all come on and eat, get your food. Everybody started eating once he got to cooking, and my sister showed up with the plate. I'm like, but y'all, I had the stuff out there. Even before you come.
That's like me expecting you expecting a tangible gift probably when I show up. Did you meet me yesterday? You know, good damn hell well I'm about to bless your cash out or your Zelle.
Right.
Because again, here's another thing about me. I don't have to have my name called. So like
Yeah.
some people bring stuff for the wrong motive. Some people bring stuff so they can get the oohs and ahs. And hey, if that's you, that's you. But
Yeah.
I'm the
Yep.
chick. I'm the chick that'll send 50, 7500 to your cash app 2 days after your birthday if I miss something and be like,
Yeah.
send you a text. Check your cash app. I
Yeah.
mean, hey,
And see, that's why I never
but
like
that's just
bridal
me.
showers.
That's
I
just
never
me.
like bridal showers when they do those gift openings, and then especially if it's a theme way. I have this one friend who is very bougie, very bougie, and so she got married year before last, and so they had a bridal shower, and so her friends are so bougie, they're so bougie, they're so grand, and so she had the Tiffany boxes, and then she had the Neiman's and all those boxes and everything. Well, my box was big and pink, and my box was real ratchet on the inside, and so um, they did the opening, the gift openings, and all that stuff. I get tickled because you remember on Brown Sugar when the cousin set up. So
Yeah.
my box was real ratchet on the inside. And so she said, this pink box, she said, I'm telling y'all pre-warning now. She said, the person that gave me this box, you'll understand later why she gave me this box. So she opened the box and oh baby, it's fun in there. And so I say, cause we ain't gonna be having no stressed out Mary Magdalene, take me to the king, and you all wrapped up like this, with them little nice Tiffany cups. Now, boo. He ain't looking for no Tiffany cup. He looking for you to back that. And so her auntie say, oh yeah, baby Nikki, I know that was your box. I knew that was your box. I say, absolutely. I say, because my friend Milkshake gonna keep bringing him to the yard. Don't play with her. And so her friend was offended because of the box. And I'm like, are you married? She took offense to the box. I said, are you married? Yes, I'm married. I say, well, baby, why are you offended? I said, because guess what? All this in this box is for somebody that's married. So why would you take offense to what's going on in this box? So what I'm saying is, you guys, is that we have to start understanding and learning that pay attention to the setting in which you're in and stop trying this boxing in people and not allowing people to be who they are. What I was saying, Kristi, is that the friend who found offense to what I brought, because she was like, "Ooh, and you're a preacher." I said, "Sure is." I say, "We'll preach the house down." I say, "But what's in this box here is for married people." I said, this a married 1, 2, 3, 4 knockout you on the floor. That's what this is." I said, "So I'm not bringing her something." I said, "All y'all gifts was cute, but I'm bringing her something that she gonna be able to use you." And so, and it was just, she was like, "Oh my God, y'all got to know my friend." I said, "Girl, you ain't got to justify who I am." I say, "Everybody in this room got a position. Everybody got a role. Everybody got a place." I say, "But you know what? One thing I can tell you is when she called me crying on my shoulder, it ain't gonna be because she didn't know how to work and twerk. She gonna be crying and about something else. And it will not be because she didn't do all she could do and fan dance her legs in the air." So I say that to say that people know people. You know who you deal with. You know who you hang out with. You know who you connect with. And everybody's not the same. Stop trying to put everybody in the same type of category, everybody in the same type of place. I don't like that, Kristi. I don't like those them little cookie cutout programs and little events and table shindigs and stuff. No, let folks come to the table who they are, what they are, enjoy what they got going on, and we all live to see another great day. Yeah, I know that there's some things that just got to be in decency and in order. There's some things that do deserve to be in a certain quiet setting and all that stuff. But of course, if we are celebrating the individuality of each individual, why we can't allow that to happen?
Yeah.
And like you said, I know I don't need to be bringing no gift unless that is what I've observed and saw that tangible things really gets her excited. Because truth be told, Kristi, a lot of times when we're sitting up here thinking that that person at that moment want that tangible thing, it really do be the cash that they be needing. Because when you get that bill at the end of the day, while you trying to show out and show out, show out, show out, and then you have had a conversation with them and you like, now I thought my friend told me, just in conversation that she was having a few struggles with these type of things. So let me go ahead on and decide, should I go buy her a Chanel bag or should I just give her the Chanel cash app? You get what I'm saying? I'd rather give you the Chanel cash app because you had already explained to me you was having some issues there. And I don't even mind going a step further and saying, now friend, Kristi, I want to get you that Chanel bag. It was nice, girl. But you know that $2,700 for that bag, baby, I'd rather you go pay that rent we talked about. Or didn't directly talk about. You was telling me something about in conversation that you had a need for some tires. Baby, go get them tires, girl. Because you can roll a little longer on them four and not flat than you can with this Chanel. That you're gonna be sitting on the side of the road with a $2,700 bag. And then I'm gonna be feeling bad because I just happened to call that day and friend, you on the side of the road when I could have just gave you the money, you could have bought you some tires. So I think of those kind of things too. And again, celebrate big. Do what you do big. But let's RSVP. Let's do some respecting of how we are going to show up at these people's events. Because again, there's somebody that is checking up an invoice. And just what Kristi said, she gave us some good nuggets. If you have 100 people that said they're going to come to your event, child, you supposed to only prepare for about 30 people.
That's it, 20, 30.
Now, if you just so happen to get 100 people there,
that's amazing. That's amazing.
You're gonna be in here. But you know what? There are some people that have big events and people show up like they just show up. I have been to some people parties where the people show up. They really do show up. So
they don't show up to party. And if
yeah.
you're being at a club for the photo op, you gotta get the photo op.
Oh yeah.
But you just gotta know your audience. You just gotta know your audience. You gotta know your crowd. You just gotta know. You just gotta
yeah.
Know.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Know your people. Know your folks.
You gotta know your people. I just last year for my birthday, probably like a month or 3 weeks before my birthday, the decision was made to go to New Orleans. And so I had already told another person, I said, I'm not even gonna waste my time inviting nobody because I already know this last minute for my people. Now I can't just throw that out and say who comes to New Orleans with you for a week. I already know. It's gonna be a bunch of no's. Because guess why? I know my crew. I ain't getting ready to that last minute. The first thing they're gonna say is not Kristi. Why you did it last minute? That's probably something I would say. And so I'm like, okay, how we gonna do this? So this year I think I wanna go to Vegas. The people that I know I want to come that would come, they've already been to Vegas like a couple of times this year. So I'm like, they probably would go back just because it's me, but they've already been. So, but they have some fun. So, I'm just trying to decide. Well, maybe we can all party here in Houston, and I still go to Vegas. I'm not gonna not do Vegas, but I may not make it like you come for a birthday trip. I may make it some else trip. So, I mean, who knows? Because it's more important for me for certain people to come than kind of the location where we're going to be at.
Right.
So, you just don't, you never know. But again, you got to know your people. You got to know your crowd. And you got to know what you're asking them to do and what they got going, and where are they in their lives. I got friends with little ones. They got to secure babysitters. I got to do homework during the middle of the week. And I got friends that's empty nesters like me that I can say, hey, girl, Thursday, we leaving out on a Thursday to go to Vegas and we staying till Tuesday and they ain't got to find no sitter. They ain't gotta make,
Yeah.
they like, "Bet, let's go, girl."
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
You gotta know what people are if you really, kind of want that. Now that's just Kristi. I
Yeah.
gotta consider where people are. The such and such just bought a house. I've been there before. Where I just bought a house. You getting accustomed to home ownership. Your dollars ain't what they used to be, because that's just
Yep.
what home ownership brings until you get accustomed to when something breaks, you fixing that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't calling the landlord.
Yeah.
So I just, I know where you at in your life because I've been there, and I understand where your finances could be or could not be. So I know
That's
I
good.
consider all that when I'm planning something and doing something if I want a certain number of people to come. I was talking about my book example, and I know we about to jump out. I was talking about my book signing, and I was talking about the month of May, and immediately I said I'm not doing the month of May. And the chick was like, "Why not? You don't wait till June." I said, "Number one, the book ain't going nowhere. That's number
Right.
one." I said, "Number two, May you got Mother's Day, May you got college graduations, May you
Yep.
got high school graduations." I
Yep.
said, "Nope." I said, "That right there is not
Yeah. Oh my. So Kristi is traveling, y'all, and so she's going in and out. Let's see if we're gonna get
okay."
her back in.
Okay.
There she go.
So that
So you
right
said
there,
you said that when you left off at, you said that there's graduation, there's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day and there's high school graduations, there's Mother's Day, and there's college graduations, all in May. And so I said that right there, that's going to limit people's availability. People are traveling. People are spending time here. They're doing that. I said, I'm already not asking for a high turnout. And so the person was like, "Well, do you personally know a lot of people that's graduating and not?" I said, "At this point, I personally don't." I said, "But that don't mean the people that I'm inviting don't have nobody that's doing that." I said, "So why would I do something on a month that we know 3 week is out the month? 9 times out of 10, 7 out of 10 people are going to be going somewhere. So why am I sitting right here for failure when I already know what the month is?
Yep.
Let's roll that month to June. Let's
Yep.
roll that month to June. I
Yep.
got to worry about Father's Day. As long as it ain't on Father's Day weekend.
Yep.
And then June is probably a little bit better. June is probably a little bit better.
Because they're getting ready to then just start for their summer hangout,
And I
and
can.
you still got a
Yeah.
chance.
So
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that's how I'm not gonna do it. Now that's not saying I might not go back to Lake Charles and maybe do it at a church, in May or something like that. But May is just a hectic month, and so like, why would I do that? And then plus, people are throwing graduation parties.
Yeah.
They give it graduation gifts. They buy Mother's Day gifts. You ain't trying to find no money to buy my book. I mean, come on now. Let's just think about. Let's just quarterback this thing. I will say that in a
Yeah.
minute. Let's just quarterback this. Let's talk about this. And so you have to consider all that, and all of that affects RSVPs. All of that affects people showing up. But you got to know all of that, and that goes for anything. That
Yep.
goes for anything.
Yep.
So
Yep.
all
That's
that
why
is in that
Kristi,
situation.
that's why me and Kristi connect like that, because I do not do anything in the month of May. When I'm gonna host an event, it's probably gonna be in March. I know it's gonna be in October. I don't do nothing after September. But everything, if I'm gonna celebrate something, and of course in January, that's my time frames, because it's I call it dead zone, because ain't much going on. And I'm jumping right before spring break and all those things like that. And I'm catching you right before the graduation time, right before we getting ready to transition into the holiday time. I catch you right then and there. So you can
Yeah.
make before you make your hasty decisions and tell me why you cannot participate. Yeah. Yep.
You just have high months of stuff. August, you got back to school for college,
Yep.
for elementary, for high school.
Yep. Yep.
Planning something in August, oh my Jesus! And both of my boys are born in August. Their birthdays are 9 days apart, in August. And so
Yeah.
planning birthday parties around school, people getting school clothes together, people getting school supplies, we doing
Yep.
all of that. We have to be strategic in all
Yep.
of that stuff if you want people to show up. you
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
you
That's
just
the
kind of
truth.
got to know.
And that's the truth. And so you made a good choice. You made a real good decision and choice If you didn't get it done in March, yes, ma'am, I would definitely say June would be a better time for you to do what you do. Yes, ma'am. I agree with you on that. And
Yeah.
that is the experience of a lifetime of why you need to create those moments and those minutes for that, because um if you do an event back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back during these times here, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna end up messing up. You're gonna mess up bad, real bad. Because you're gonna be looking for people to come in. Oh, I'm looking for them to show up, and they like, because that $15 that you want them to pay for your book, they gonna put that towards something else. And then, like you said, they don't even have anything to say about it, because it's like, oh my God, I already got this over here, especially during school time. I gotta go and get these kids their school clothes, and then try to find this stuff like this. And then she trying to celebrate. No, I can't do that. Yeah. So I love it. I'm excited. Y'all, if y'all have not gotten your book, let me show y'all again. This is the book she's talking about right here. Kristi Michelle. Y'all need to get her book, y'all. Come on and get this author's book. For another birthday gift, why don't y'all just purchase this book and share it with someone? You don't have one, you need to get your own book. That'd be a good birthday gift for y'all to do for me, is to purchase this book. Let's make sure that we keep her on the bestsellers list, and definitely get her into your church, your social group, your sister circles, so she can talk to you about this book. Yes, me and her are going to be talking soon on the author Nikki H.E.R page, because baby, I'm turning tables in here. I'm turning them tables in here. I'm like, now I'm gonna throw this book again. Why she gonna say something right here? So I'm not gonna tell you what I read, because that ain't what we doing over here. But the author Nikki H.E.R page, I'm gonna be having her on soon, because we need to really start working that out. Now that I know that June is that probably strong time of book signing, we definitely gonna be talking, Kristi, so that we can schedule you over on the author Nikki H.E.R page, so we can do our weekly recap of the book, because that's what I usually do for the book club over there. Is we do a weekly recap of the book and how we talk about it and everything, get everybody excited about coming in and getting prepared to get their book signed, because she was in the yard and I ain't even get my book signed. I said, now Kristi just showed up over here and I didn't even run inside to get my book so I can get it signed.
Wait a minute.
But you know, yeah, she's in a dead zone. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get my book signed, and then I'm gonna have to buy me a book that I work out of. Because all my books that get signed by the authors, I usually put them to my shelf and I don't touch them, because they signed. Because I have to keep them, you know. Once they hit that gold mine famous, then I'll be able to say, you see here, baby, I got mine signed on this day. You got yours signed on that day. Ha ha, I got an original, you know. I got a first copy. I got the first batch, you know. Just extra. That's okay. I'm just extra like that. Y'all, let's pray. Father God, we thank you this today, Lord, that you have made. God, we shall rejoice and be glad in. God, thank you for another day. God, I thank you for another opportunity. God, I thank you for us having this conversation today, God, to help us, Father God, to be accountable, God, to be responsible, and God, just to be considerate of others, God, and what it is that they have plans in their work days and their fun times and adventurous and entertainment. God, I thank you, Lord, for giving safe travel to Kristi Michelle as she's traveling out today, God. Protect her and help her, God. Keep her, God. And God, I pray right now, Father God, that you will, Father God, cover. And God, I ask right now that no weapons formed up against her shall prosper. God, everyone as they're traveling out today, God, that all roads are clear, God, everything is well. God, I thank you for each and every person that has watched this and who's going to watch on the replay. God, I trust you and I believe and I stand on your promises. And it is so in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, it's not about what we say, it's about how we make you feel. And man, we hope we made you feel some type of way. Have a good day. Be safe, Kristi.